Hey guys, quickly before the video starts, be sure to give it a like. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/sheriff_VD. I also live stream at twitch.tv/sheriff_VD. Links for all this are going to be in the description below, as well as other important things such as ebooks and other things for you guys. And Jesus fucking Christ, don't forget to fucking subscribe!
Yo, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Vito back on the Madden 17, and today I got another offensive play for you guys out of the Carolina Panthers offensive playbook. This play is going to be in a lot of playbooks, though. It's in the gun bunch week. I'm sure you guys all have seen this formation. We're going to be doing the wide receiver curl, and as you guys can see by the name of this video, we're going to find a way, go ahead and do the wide receiver quick out like we used to back in the yonder days. I know this is in the Ravens playbook as well because I used to run that, but it's called like the Ravens wide receiver curl or Ravens curl or something like that. So wide receiver curl in the gun bunch week. We're going to go ahead and pick random play. So this is what the play is going to look like stock. Honestly, it's not that bad of a play to run stock as well. I say as I just fucking throw it right into coverage. But honestly, this is not a bad play to run stock. But what I usually do is just motion my A receiver over to the left to give me a quick out route. So you guys can see, just motion my receiver over the left. To do that, you just hold down the B or the circle button, move over to the A or X receiver depending on what console you're on, and then just motion him over to the left. Like you guys can see, we motion to the left. Or another way that you could do it, if we just go and move him back, is if you hold down the RT or the R2 button, look at the play art, you could just hit the A or the X button while doing that, and you move directly over to the receiver. And then you can just motion him over. You just let go of RT or R2, then just hit left on the D-pad, and he's going to be motioned over to the other side. So when he sits, you can see that his route doesn't flip, so it goes over the middle, which means he's breaking to the outside. And you guys can see, you can clearly tell by that route, he's going to make a quick out. So with that X receiver, I'm just going to leave him as is right now. I'm going to go ahead and snap the ball, and you guys are going to see he's going to get a nice quick break like they used to back in like Madden 16, Madden 15, and Madden 25. We're going to motion him over again and show you guys once more. And a lot of the times, even whenever they have hard flats and cloud flats like that, I think that was a cloud flat, and even man coverage, it's very, very, very hard to stop this play. I honestly think really the only 100% way of stopping the play is if they're manned up with the cornerback on the inside is a pretty decent chance of stopping it, and if the cornerback is in a flat. But even then, a lot of the times the cornerback is going to engage with the X receiver first, leaving the A receiver open underneath. So as I run it a couple times, you guys might see that I'm not going to motion, I'm not going to do anything with the X receiver. I'm just going to leave him in that play. And you guys might see it at some point. You guys can see right there that the safety is in a hard flat, but he's not able to get down to play the ball in time, or the receiver, whatever you want to say. Motion him over, and like I said, a lot of the times they're just not going to be able to play this route. It's going to take specific adjustments that really only a user can make. So I should be able to go, honestly, 100 for 100 just throwing it like this to the CPU, because the CPU isn't going to be able to make the necessary adjustments to stop this play. And even then, a lot of players aren't going to be able to make the necessary adjustments. Like right there, the left of the screen outside linebacker was in the flats. You guys can see he's unable to make an adjustment to stop it. This was up against goal line. I just throw it off to the flats real quick. But one more time, I'm going to motion the guy over, and then I'm going to show you guys other adjustments that I like to do, as well as other reads. So I'm going to go ahead and snap the ball again. This time he's in man coverage with number 93, and I love whenever they're in a coverage with the linebacker because they absolutely toast them on that cut. Now let's go ahead and motion him over, then we're going to do a few other adjustments. Actually, before I do adjustments, I want to show you guys that a lot of times this B receiver is going to get open too. Of course, I can't fucking throw it. I end up getting sacked immediately. But that B receiver is going to beat man coverage, and it's going to beat a lot of zones too. The only way they're going to be able to stop that is if they're actually in a, I believe it's a vert they have to be in, not a hook. I could be wrong. I'm not exactly too sure. I can't remember which one off the top of my head. But that B receiver is actually, that's a really, really glitchy curl route. It's not like a normal curl route. He runs it diagonal, and I don't really know how to explain it. Like, he just does a very good job at nesting underneath the zones, and it does a much better job at beating man coverage than the other curl route. So I'm just gonna keep motioning the guy over, and I just want to show you guys that does get open a lot. And you also do have the flats over there. That's pretty much that's the first read on that side of the field. If you're looking at that side of the field first, would be your RB and then your B. A lot of the times the RB pretty much doesn't get read at all, because my first read is always my A, and then I look over at my B and then my X or my RB, depending on what on how I set up the play. When I snap the ball, look at my A, I can see the A is going to be open when he breaks. That's who I hit. Unfortunately, Carson Wentz overthrows it a little bit, and he loses all forward momentum. But like I said, whenever I run it stock, my first read is A, and then I usually double over to RB and B. And my X receiver, I normally don't throw to him at all, because I don't really even know any zones that this gets open against. That was probably the most open I've ever seen that route get. That route just does not get open against pretty much anything, to be honest. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll slant my X receiver, and then when I do that, I'm able to look at my X and my A receiver at the same time. I can snap it. I can see my X receiver will get open as soon as he passes up that guy right there, that zone. Really, X and A both were going to get open, but like I said, what's nice, whenever they're together like this, you could see who's going to get open at the same time because you can read them both at the same time. I can see that when my A receiver breaks, he's going to be open, and I know that whenever when 81 breaks, whenever he passes up that zone right there, he's going to get open as well, so I can hit him in between the zones. In between number 38 and number 51, he's going to be open, and then I'm going to be able to hit my my A receiver whenever he passes up that zone right there. So that is one way of doing it. Have your A and your X receiver cross, or you can leave your X receiver in that route just to pull him up. You know, just for giggles, I'll streak him just to make sure that the zone is going to be pulled up, and that's going to leave the A receiver open underneath. And sometimes what I'll do, just because I like that curl route, I'll usually just slant my RB receiver, and I'll snap the ball, and I can see my RB receiver is going to get open right away. Fortunately, Ertz wasn't able to make the catch in traffic, but that is okay. I normally wouldn't make that read anyways, though. I was just trying to show you guys what I mean. A lot of the times people are going to use that A route to stop it, and when that happens, it's going to leave the middle of the field open, which is going to be your RB receiver. Now right there, obviously he really wasn't necessarily open over the middle of the field. I had to wait a couple seconds, but a lot of people are going to take the zone from that side of the field, or they're going to come out in the hook zone, or like the mid read that's normally going to cover the quick slant, and they're going to take that guy and they're going to cover the A receiver's quick out. And the problem with that is it's going to leave the middle of the field open. So then, or it's either that, or it's going to leave one hook route to cover the RB or the B. So at that point, you just have to make the correct read and hit either the B or the RB depending on who's going to be open, and no one can catch in traffic on this fucking team. Again, it's the Eagles, so nobody can really catch at all. So this is probably my preferred way of running it. I'll just leave my X receiver as is. I'll leave my A receiver, I'll just motion him over, and then I'll slant my RB receiver. So when I snap the ball, now when my A receiver gets open, god damn it, Carson Wentz. This is my preferred method of doing it, motioning over my A receiver and then just slanting my RB receiver. Sometimes I'll slant my B receiver just to throw them off. You just got to do whatever you can to just throw them off, and then I'll leave my RB receiver in the flat. It's pretty much up to you. Just adjust to how your opponent plays. This would be a really good way of running and goal line, just like that, leaving the RB flatted and then slanting the B receiver. But that's all I have for you guys today. I actually really like this play, and anytime I can get a speed out route in is great. There's a couple other plays that I've done with it, but this is probably my favorite one, and I love this because I got a blocking running back, and then you can optionally block your RB receiver too, and then you can send your Y receiver out on a route if you'd like. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely give a like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. It's going to be down in the description below. And as always, guys,